What's up, guys? Your boy, 20K13. Gonna talk about 10 clues the Undertaker won't retire at WWE WrestleMania 32. And this comes from WhatCulture.com. The Undertaker retiring at WWE WrestleMania 32 has been an open secret for some time now. Industry insiders have been tipping the April 3rd event to be his last ever match, based upon the fact it's being tested and most likely setting WWE record attendance. What better way to go out, right? Undertaker will be in his home state, surrounded by 100,000 adoring WWE fans. There was also the hot rumor that he go into the WWE Hall of Fame on the night before, giving him a truly epic standoff over an Undertaker-themed weekend. It makes sense. He will, after all, be 51 at the time of next year's Mania. That old for a pro wrestler, especially one so fiercely worn. He's been described as chronically injured in recent years, only barely passing the WWE physical test for WrestleMania 29. But recently, there been a few clues to suggest that an Undertaker retirement isn't on the card. There have been some unexpected changes, pointing toward a very different set of plans for WWE's biggest icon. He's one of the most private people in the business, and it looks like he is going to have the last laugh on those who talk about his demise from the industry. Here 10 clues the Undertaker won't be retiring at WrestleMania 32. Number 10. Surprise summer and autumn date. The shock return of The Undertaker at Battleground was the first clue that he isn't ready for the retirement home just yet. He went on to appear on Raw before wrestling Brock Lesnar in a 19-minute main event at SummerSlam. But his sudden active status won't stop there. He'll also be working WWE dates this October as part of the Mexico tour. Some had wondered if that could have been a farewell retirement tour, but look at the context of his recent storyline. There's no sentimentality about it. He involved as an active character, as a borderline heel. You have to look at The Undertaker's current involvement for what it is. His most active WWE run in half a decade. Far from looking like a guy slowing down toward retirement, he instead looking like he got a few more years in him. Number 9. The heel persona. If The Undertaker was bound out in 8 months' time, wouldn't WWE be preparing his character for the celebration it deserves? You certainly think so, but instead he spent the last few weeks as a heel. There have been everything from low blows to a cheap win. He even tapped out behind the ref's back and got away with it. That's not what you expect from a guy who is looking to close his legacy up. He wouldn't want the final memory to be cheap heel act. Instead, the heel persona looks to be setting up a match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32. The expectation wouldn't be that he ends his career as a heel against Lesnar. Instead, you have to imagine he'll move on and come back a year later in his more traditional babyface role. Number 8. Best shape in years. At WrestleMania 30, The Undertaker looked old. His face told a story of exhaustion, and his match performance confirmed it. He was woeful, a shadow of his former self. On that evident retirement was surely coming, but then this year, at WrestleMania 31, he came out and looked really good. Not only was he in much better shape physically, but it was as if his face had got younger. On top of that, his performance rolled back the years, proving that Mania 30 bad match was a one-off. At SummerSlam, he looked younger again. It is as if the clock is actually going backward. He's looking more and more energized. He got in even better shape and had his best match since 2013 Mania 29 CM Punk battle. The SummerSlam performance was better than many wrestlers half his age could achieve. So far from looking done, he's now looking like he maybe got at least a couple of years still in him. Number 7. The Brock Lesnar story is set up for Undertaker losing. The narrative for Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker has been random. No fan ever imagined seeing The Undertaker booked as a heel at this stage in his career. but that's where we are at. And the logical outcome is Brock Lesnar winning the final match of this feud. He's a face in all of this, the victim of Taker low blow at Battleground, and then robbed of the main event win at SummerSlam. The logical conclusion is that he comes back and get revenge. That's not the note that a career like Undertaker will end on. Booked to take a loss against Brock Lesnar. It is the end of that narrative, but it isn't the end of the dead man character. Number 6. There are still big matches on the table. John Cena, The Rock, Sting, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens. There are literally 7 more years of WrestleMania matchup for The Undertaker. He isn't, of course, going to work 7 more years, but there are at least 2 more years of lucrative matches he could work. Cena and Sting in particular. Undertaker could make so much money by sticking around to wrestle those two in the next few years. He's a businessman at heart, and he surely found it hard to leave that kind of money on the table. The match with Cena could be the biggest of his career. How could he possibly retire and walk away from that? Undertaker vs. The Rock will also be hot business. And then you got the new generation like Reigns, Rollins, and Owens. After Daniel Bryan, Taker was reportedly desperate to work with him a couple of years ago. Number 5. Lesnar is an odd choice for the final ever match. Booking an end to the Undertaker character need to be against the right opponent. Brock Lesnar isn't that man. Traditionally, a wrestler should go out of the territory by doing the job for the next big star. A young up-and-comer who can take the mantle of carrying the territory. Brock Lesnar isn't that man. He's already a star. He had nothing to gain from being the one to end Taker's career. Look at what Mick Foley did for Triple H in 2000. That's the kind of way to go out, although Foley later fluffed his commitment to retire. Who is today? Triple H? Seth Rollins. That's the kind of guy who could benefit from the final ever Taker match. The other option is Taker win his last ever match. It will be done in honor of his career. In that respect, Lesnar is still the wrong choice. Someone like Cena, the current bastion of WWE, should be the one to give the standoff. Plus, fans have just witnessed Undertaker defeat Lesnar. Seeing him do it again at Mania and then retire is lack impact, is a repeat. Number 4. Undertaker wanting to go against expectation. The Undertaker is the kind of guy who isn't down with the dirt sheet and their expectation. He is old school and likes to work the audience. Given that the internet has been full of chatter about him retiring at WrestleMania 32, his old school sensibility might be to react with something totally different. He'd be working the expectation, instead going out at a different time. It could even make sense that he opt to do the retirement match on a B show. Look at when everyone expected The Rock to defeat Triple H at WrestleMania 2000. It was too obvious, so WWE instead did the title change a month later at Backlash. Undertaker might be feeling that way about his exit. If it is too obvious, it'll mean less. He might want to go against expectations and go out in a fashion that no one saw coming. Number 3. He isn't sentimental. The Undertaker isn't sentimental. He's never been about collecting championships or having major moments. Just look at his career. He only held the WWF title for 6 days in 1991, then didn't hold the belt again until 1997. He didn't win his first Royal Rumble until 2007. What he's been more about is consistent domination. He hardly ever lost, including the 21-year WrestleMania undefeated streak. Having never felt like he needed to be booked in a memorable moment or sentimental spot, he maybe doesn't value a retirement spot as highly as some of his fans do. He could be of the mentality that what he does is just his job, and any sort of match is just business. The fan may want a fuss, but maybe he's thinking more of a humble exit. Number 2. WWE needs him beyond Mania 32. WWE needs The Undertaker. Raw ratings are terrible, and subscribers to network specials are potentially volatile. WWE are having to be hot every month in order to maintain subscription level of 1 million. and even that isn't as high as they had originally hoped for the network. Keeping The Undertaker around for next year's SummerSlam and beyond is key. He's one of very few real stars they have, beyond John Cena, The Rock, and Brock Lesnar, who else can really pop anywhere like The Undertaker can. You could even argue WWE needs The Undertaker as badly as they ever have done, hence why he came back for SummerSlam 2015 and the upcoming Mexico tour. In the past, he said that he can't say no to Vince McMahon and feel an obligation to the business. Chances are McMahon will want him beyond Mania 32, and chances are he'll feel obliged to continue. And number 1, negative fan reaction. If WWE and The Undertaker had been thinking about wrapping his career up against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32, the tide of recent fan reaction against the idea may be changing their mind. People really aren't happy about the creative and The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar feud. Fans have made their voices heard, be it in the arena or on the internet, expressing disdain for The Undertaker storyline. The dream of his glorious retirement never involved low blows and repeated Brock Lesnar matches. Even the SummerSlam match, few fans really wanted it, especially under the content of heelless Undertaker. The negative reaction to the storyline are reason enough to rethink any supposed imminent retirement. He should go at least another year, with a story of creative that his legacy deserves, and an opponent who can really benefit from working with him. Well, that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.